Yeah, there's a lot of things that we need to think about when we start thinking about selling or transitioning out of a business. Really, first things first, we need to get experts involved, and from the get go, because they're going to help you plan and make a good course and roadmap for where you ultimately want to be. And then the next thing we want to do is we want to look and make sure that we have our housekeeping things in order. We want to make sure our business documents are all together, make sure our documents are up to date, make sure the Secretary of State filings are all, everything's in good form. The next thing that we want to do is we want to make sure to see if there's any liabilities that are outstanding, kind of clear things up, anything that a buyer or somebody coming into ownership would be interested in having resolved before getting to the sale. There's some other things that we want to also look at, whether the business owns real estate. It's a lucrative opportunity to step the real estate out of that business ownership and into a private ownership, to begin leasing the business if it hasn't already been leased to the business, which you can actually continue after the sale. It kind of becomes a little bit more of an investment for you after the sale of the business. So the next thing that we want to start looking at is doing an internal review of making sure that our entities are cleaned up, make sure, if there's multiple entities, making sure that equipment is properly titled into the business, just making sure that the package that a potential purchaser or someone would be interested in buying the company is going to want to see there in place. That'll help protect the value of your business and really not allow it to be nickel and dimed out or chipped away. Next thing we also want to look at is the assignability of different contracts that the business has, different vendors that are used, to make sure that those would be seamlessly integrated with the new buyer, because that's something the buyer is going to be interested in. And then we also want to look at to make sure that there's some what tax ramifications or estate planning interests that we might have in that sale, because there's a lot of things that you can do before the sale to prepare for that. And we would work with, as we do, a lot of estate planning that goes into that business sale, and then working with other advisors to make sure that that sale benefits you the best. And then lastly, we also want to make sure that there's confidentiality agreements in place, such as NDAs, non-disclosure agreements. That way, your business during the negotiation phase of any kind of transaction is protected the most.